Hello again, small model collectors. Today we have a Mercedes here by the brand called Master. It's quite a generic brand name. And I bought this off AliExpress, so this seller opened it up and added some additional safety tape here to keep the model from breaking off during shipping. So it's not very good to give like this as a gift, but if you're going to keep it for your own personal collection, I appreciate the extra safety. It was pretty cheap as well. That's why I bought it. Boy, hold on. There's a bunch of extra tape. Seems to be unlicensed. There's a little line drawing of the car back here. Probably from the CAD program they used to make the model. Maybe, I assume. Alright, so we got some tape here holding the model on the inside, but this is holding the box on the outside. It's just some masking tape. There's two screws holding the thing to the base. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, that's a very loose cover, so keep that in mind. And then you'll see this tape is, there's no stickiness here. The person actually put regular double-sided tape, so it's not sticking to the model itself, so that's pretty smart. Alright, I don't see any antenna. Oh, but the star. No, I'm going to leave it on the base. Never mind, I'm not going to take it off. So here we have the Master logo, and then this is Mercedes Maybach S-Class. Doesn't say what generation. So my internet searches tell me this 650. I managed to look at the back here, and it says S650. I think that's S650. Right. Hold on, let me get in closer. Is there a bigger displacement now? Is that 680? Yeah, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 680? So let me pause for a second, because I pulled up photos of like a 2018 and onwards. Alright, there's no way that could be an S680 because this model looks absolutely nothing like the photos of the S680, which is like a 2022 car. So the badging on the back is incorrect. This is an S650, which are the photos I've pulled up here. So let me back out as compared to these photographs that I had. So here's the front end. Yeah, I mean, that looks very similar to me. You'll have to pause and decide for yourself. But a pretty good hint is the wheels, right? Look at these wheels. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. Alrighty. And then the back, let's see the exhaust tips. Yeah, I would say this is a 650. Right. Okay. So interesting to the badging. I think it read 680. Alright, let's take a look a little closer here. Focus. So it's like a... I can't say it's a sky blue. I think my phone screen is showing it as a sky blue, but it actually is like a sky blue with gray. It's like darker than a baby blue, I think. I feel like it's got gray in it more. Okay, so unfortunately I'm now noticing here in the clear coat there's some sort of imperfection, like there was like a water bubble or oil stain or something, so that's too bad. Let's start with these wheels over here then. And now, look at this wheel. This thing is jacked up. I don't know if that's some chrome flaking off or is the plastic is really dented. It's not attractive. What is nice though is there's actually a Mercedes star and it's well centered in there. And then, but the chrome on these things is looking a little rough as well. So hold on. Getting a Q-tip. Let's see if we can clean that chrome off the wheel. Nope. So this is not, it's very pitted chrome or something. It just wasn't put on well. The rear wheel is much better. Yeah, that's much more of a mirror than the front one. The front one is quite pitted, so that's not very good. What I do like is the tire. Look at the sidewall. First it's bulging out a little bit, like it's actually filled with air, but the tread blocks are almost non-existent, and that's the way road tires should look. You don't really see tread blocks on the side of a road tire. I mean, so... And then the size of the wheel is actually pretty good. They're quite huge wheels, but they seem to be quite huge on the real car as well, so that's a pretty good attempt there. So we have the V12 here. That emblem looks pretty nice on the in front of the door. And just to let you know, this is supposed to be, you know, around over 600 horsepower. It's a V12. It's supposed to be twin turbocharged, I believe, as well. Alright, so that's all I really learned. It's a luxurious S-Class, really. So now we have silver paint on the bottom of the doors. It's just a graphic. It doesn't seem like it's actually molded, I don't think. Like sticking out, that is. Maybe it is. Yeah, actually it is sticking out a little bit. But here it looks very flat. Sorry, I cannot keep the focus. The door handles are protruding a little bit and painted silver. They're pretty weak, actually. I feel like Kyosho's could even have better door handles than this. Those are some pretty muted, basic looking door handles. I think they could have cast better ones. Other brands would have. Alright, well, the window trim is nice. You know, it's got this chrome effect, but also a little black as well, so that's pretty good. There's a little silver on the mirror here, but it's chipped off or wasn't applied properly. The mirrors themselves have reflective stickers, so that's pretty realistic. The Maybach logo here is well applied. It's, you know, pretty much vertical. It's a nice shiny foil sticker, it seems. There's a little more silver paint. Maybe that's protruding, it's hard to say. The panel gaps, though, are unfortunately filled in quite a bit with the paint. I feel like this is pretty well defined, this is well defined, but like this door panel gap looks like it's starting to vanish. Alright, going to the front. I think that looks pretty good. You know, the silver is nicely painted on. There seems to be a texture here in these grill areas, so that's good. It's nice to see a license plate. That's nice. It makes it look realistic. I'm trying to think. I think there's a tampo print. I don't see any like clearness around it. Yeah, I don't think that's a decal, so that's even better. This little Mercedes star here is a foil sticker. It should be smaller, but yeah, I guess it's, well, it should be smaller. The grill's nice. You know, it's all chrome plastic, but in here it's black, and yet you still have a tiny bit of chrome on the vertical sections, so that's nice. The clear lenses look pretty good, and behind there's some molded details, so maybe it's like a plastic bucket back there or something that looks chromed. And then, yeah, you can't complain about a photo etched Mercedes star. So what's also nice is the base of the star has a circle around it, so that seems pretty cool. I have seen thinner Mercedes stars, though. Alright. Let's go to the back. We'll do the interior last. This mirror here is pointed upwards to the sky, so that's not very good. This mirror here is much... well, that's also kind of pointed to the sky. I feel like these should be tilted down more, right? They are separate pieces. Oh, I see. You could actually probably... yeah, alright. So you could tweak it if you wanted to. Actually, I can see the peg of it over there, so I'll just leave it alone, though. Alright, going to the back. Well, here's the fuel filler. That logo looks just as good as the other side. Alright, the wheels on this side. Yeah, there's some sort of weird pitting or something. It looks like they're all scratched or something like that. Not very smooth. So that's unfortunate. Taillights look good, though. You know, they're translucent red and they have some sort of striping or ovals or something like the real taillights. So some depth and detail behind those lenses. This is paint here, this reflector, this strip is silver paint, and then silver around the exhaust tips. Not enough silver paint right there though, I can see some of the blue coming through. And I guess these are lights. Maybe these are the backup lights. That's what it looks like on the photograph. So those are painted pretty well. Nice license plate again. Unfortunately, look at this star. That thing's totally messed up. It's not centered and it's at an odd angle. We know this badging is incorrect. And then that side looks pretty good though. Let me get back in on that. The Maybach. Yeah, that's alright. But yeah, that's a big eyesore, that Mercedes star. Alright, we have the little shark antenna, looks okay. The windows here on the back and the front and the top are all blacked out with the molding details. But the side ones have a chrome detail. Seems pretty accurate to the photographs. Alright. I really like the blackout here, you know, all those little sensors there on the windshield. So that's pretty nice. And then this interior looks pretty nice. We have a black top to the dash. And then in the middle we have wood, well, it's just brown, but I'm assuming that's supposed to be wood in the real car. And then black as well. Some tampo printing, I think, on them. You know, some vents right there. I don't think there's a decal. I think it's printed. The little transmission selector, I'm guessing. Maybe some computer controls, maybe. Oh, that actually says Maybach right there, so that's nice. And then, yeah, the dashboard itself, it's got the brown and the vents, and then molded in quilting patterns. And a Maybach again. So that computer screen, I guess, is off in the dash, but it says Maybach. And I'll see a rear view mirror. It's just painted though, no reflector. Oh, this back window is really clear, or at least at that angle. Look at that. So the back of the front seats have TVs and Maybach. That right TV is a little bit rough though. And then the steering wheel itself. Unfortunately, there's no Mercedes star or Maybach logo in the middle of the steering wheel. But the dashboard, you can see some gauges in there. And yeah, some more vent printing. So the doors now, we have brown and silver. Yeah, nice details. And then the back seats and the regular, yeah, there's no quilting on the seats though. I have a feeling a Maybach would have quilted seats. But then again, these cars, I'm sure. This car I think is like $200,000 when it's new, so I'm sure you can option it out to be even more expensive. Try to see that back armrest area. It just looks like it's black or something. It's flowing down from the rear sill, or whatever that area is called. Well, I think the interior is pretty nice. I think the only thing lacking is maybe some sort of emblem on the center of the steering wheel. But I'm actually quite impressed with the tampo printing on the interior. Maybe, I don't know, is it a decal or a tampo? I get the impression it's a tampo, but I could obviously be mistaken. Alright. Well, let's get this thing compared to a couple other Mercedes. Get my spin machine. Alright, let's start with some old ones here. I got a couple Schucos. This is a 200D from 1968 to 1976. I actually saw one of these driving today. So, quite interesting that someone with a 60s Benz driving around. The next one is a Schuco from 1965 to 68. It's the W110. So does that mean this is an old S-Class? I don't know the numbering system. I haven't memorized the numbering system of Mercedes. I'm going to put up a modern one. We have a Para 64 of a AMG GT63S. And I opened this up and repainted the interior. So I really like the, Power 64s. They're not too pricey, and you can customize them easily since the bases are screwed together. They still have reflective stickers in the side mirrors. So good value, that Power 64. Schuko I can't really say is a good value, at least where I live. This thing costs more than that. But you can just see the Schukos look a little more toy-like with their plastic stars. And in this case, there's no silver on the back star, I don't think. Yeah, the wiper blades are really minuscule. In fact, now I'm noticing there are wiper blades on this Maybach. They're photo etched metal pieces, but they're just flat. They're not bent or anything like that. So here's a size comparison. So yeah, this older one is obviously a lot smaller. This is just as small as well. But the modern vehicles, they're quite huge. Right. I'm gonna get these two old guys out. I think I may have repainted this Schuko one as well. I could be wrong. I have this 2016 Pullman limousine. It's a Maybach Pullman. Oh, I put it up backwards, sorry. I was trying to look at the nameplate there. That says Pullman S600, so a smaller displacement engine. I don't know. Look at the headlights. They look the same. Maybe this is an S600 Maybach. I don't know. I really wish they would write the stuff on the, the nameplate. So I don't know really what this is. If anyone can confirm what year this is, please leave that in the comments. I'm sure other people might be interested. Right. These brands, this is by Stance Hunters, by the way. I do feel like this is a much narrower casting than that. Yet this would be based off of this chassis, right? It has like the same taillights, the same wheels, the same headlights. So I think these are supposed to be the same cars, but they're by two different brands. And I feel like this is more accurate, It's similar in width to this. I just have a hard time thinking a limo would be that narrow. Maybe it's an optical illusion because it's black. Black is slimming, right? Look at the top view. Decide for yourselves. What do you guys think? I feel like the blue cars are wider. Right? Alright, well, no need to dwell on that too much. No one else is making a limousine like that, so that's what I'm going to live with. Alright, well, I'm a little let down by the wheel and that messed up badge, of course. But you can look this up on AliExpress, and I guess it's acceptable. I don't think I paid much for this thing, so I can't expect perfection if I don't pay much for something. I'm quite impressed with the interior of it. It's quite nice. So I guess I'm happy with this. It's cool. Alright guys, well I appreciate you guys checking this out, and hopefully it'll help you decide if you want to take a chance on mail ordering one of these. I definitely prefer to buy stuff at local stores now because I can actually inspect them. But if something comes up cheap enough, just gotta go with the flow, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time I get a Mercedes in small scale form. Bye.